Oh well. Oh.
How are you today?
Doing great.
Nice, nice.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
I'll have a little milk. We made cookies.
What kind?
Chucky chip.
Choki chip cookie.
Time to heat up your shepherd's pie and make some toast.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Ah,
Sounds yummy, Mads.
Thank you. Oh, Mads has a shepherd's pie. Oh my god, this one's spread out so much. It's so thin and lacy now.
I've been catching up on the Salaryman badminton anime.
Oh my god, how was it? Tell me.
Oh my gosh, it's like legitimately the animation is so good. Like
Really? That's nice.
it like somehow manages to get better and better. So I'm really excited, and they've been introducing a couple more characters, like, you know, every now and then, and I love all of them. They
Nice.
in the episode I just watched, so there's this guy that they've kind of like been showing as a presence. He's like head of like QA, right? And so it's his job to make sure that everything's up to snuff, so, you know, the company doesn't get sued or whatever, right? So he like comes off as like really strict, and you know, like, he doesn't let anything slide because everything has to be safe for the consumer, right? And since they're a beverage company, and so he's hard on everyone, but one of the guys on the team knows that he used to play badminton. And so he's been like trying so hard to like get this guy to rejoin the team, or to join their team, their company team, but the guy's like, no, I'm not interested. And so then you find out that this guy is actually like a family man, and so he's the kind of guy who like dedicates everything to his family, and that's why he works so hard and he's so strict at work, is because he wants to do well at his job so he can provide for his family, you know, his wife and son.
Wow.
And it's like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, you know. And then he's also voiced by the same guy who does the white blood cell and Cells at Work.
Nice.
Yes, and so
Is that Daisuke Ono?
is it?
I don't remember.
prob-
That was just a guess off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what he sounds like. He just sounds like kind of like a man.
He has a certain way of talking, right? Like, because I recognize him from Cells at Work, but also from a Death Parade. He's the guy in there. Let's see. Is it Daisuke Ono?
Let's see. No, it's Tomoaki Maeno.
Okay.
Did all your subs run out? Yeah, it's been a little while since I've like had a stream.
Oh my gosh, look at all these subs.
Yeah. Well, because we haven't done what's it called? We haven't done D&D stream for 2 weeks now, and we had no Ace Attorney last week, so I just have not streamed in a bit. Obviously I want to, but you know, time permitting. All right, those cookies were very good.
Yummy.
Wow, good job. Good job. You're so good at picking lemons, Quinn. Very buggy. Level 1 of hyped train complete.
Whoa, the hypest.
The hypest of trains. It's always very funny when everybody just resubs all at once. Because it activates whatever the fuck this hype train mechanic is, and then everybody gets like free emotes or whatever. I'm glad dinner was good. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it came out pretty well.
You made dinner?
Yeah. I posted a picture on Twitter, but I just made a little, just like a nice, like a classical dinner, you know?
Classical.
It was herb-crusted pork chops with asparagus and lemon cream pasta.
My goodness gracious, you guys are so fancy.
It was pretty good. We make do with what we have.
Don't say that as if you're poor. Don't talk to me about your herb crusted pork chops. Don't say that. You just make do.
Listen, I'm pretty sure that the pork chops cost us like $5 total. I think we paid $5 for those chops, and we didn't even use all of them. I cut some up and I reserved them to make tonjiru later. Yeah, that's true. The lemons were free. They came from the lemon tree that's just in the backyard. You
guys have a lemon tree?
With Costco bulk spaghetti. It wasn't even Costco bulk spaghetti that I used. It was literally spaghetti that my grandma keeps handing me because like, so like my grandma's like an old person, right?
Yes.
So she lives in like not an old folks home, but like an apartment for people who are old. And part of that is just that they just like leave food sometimes, like pantry goods for the residents to take as they please. And sometimes she'll just grab a spaghetti and then just hand it to me, and I'm just like, why? Grandma, I can buy spaghetti. And she's like, no, take this.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, the asparagus was also like $5. We paid very little money for this meal. So, yeah. Why don't we post some Ace Attorney? Wow. Why did Tyler's oh my god, why are the resubs playing all at once?
Yeah. That's very strange.
What the? Seeing Steven type like Gwen is so confusing. Yeah. That's what happens when we all live in the same house. So I completely forgot about this, but we're literally on the last the epilogue part of the game.
We're in the finale. Well, this has been a long and exhausting trial. It's been like a month-long trial.
I know. This trial has gone on for so long.
However, it would seem that at last we have arrived at the truth.
Thank Jesus.
Inspector Gregson, what of Mr. Ashley Graydon? He's been restrained, my lord, and is being escorted to the yard. He'll be charged with the murder of Mr. Winterbank and the stealing of government secrets. Very good. And you, Inspector. Uh-oh. Oh no! Gregson!
Oh, Gregsy.
Regrettably, you will have to face charges yourself.
Shouldn't have done that.
Oh, he was doing him gone best.
He was doing his job, it's true.
Tell me we're in the epilogue-ish.
Yeah, we're literally in the epilogue. There's no more trial. This is
we just did the trial. We finished the trial.
It was just really late last time, so we just didn't want to go and hit the epilogue for 8 years.
Yes, my lord. Of course.
It transpires that you are complicit in helping a criminal escape justice. That fact remains, whether or not you were doing so in the line of duty. The crime is a serious one, Inspector, and inexcusable. Look at this emote. It's just a radical dolphin.
Hype cool.
Did everybody get that, or is that just us? Or is that just me? I don't know. Anyway.
Now to the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
It's just those involved in the hype train? Oh. Well, that's like all of you in chat right now.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, the rubber ducky D20s? Yeah. I have one of those as well. Because Sean gave me one. They're really funny. They're really funny to look at. I love this thing.
It is time for the final adjudication. Is the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
Yes, sir. Caradep Squadron standing by, sir. This is really it now. The last push. The final call. The finishing whistle. My men are ready to deliver their verdicts.
Thank you, Mr. Foreman. Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Bro, are we not going to acknowledge the fucking like Russian spy here?
No. Or this very small jury pool out of all the British citizens.
Yeah, something's wrong with this country, but I guess we won't deal with it in this game.
You will now declare your final decisions to the court.
Muzai. 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 Muzai.
Muzai.
Muzai!
Burk.
The surgeon! That's the stuff. I'm off the hook. Finally, Reno! You finally managed to do it!
You finally did lawyering.
By yourself, essentially. Without your trusty assistant or Herlock.
Finally is the word. I really wasn't sure if we'd come out on top for a while there.
Susie was right. You're the best lawyer in the world.
I demand a jury summation examination. Miss Lestrade, I am not finished with you yet. Yes, you did commit perjury.
Still crimes.
What are you looking at me like that for?
Before you start enjoying your freedom, there are certain other crimes to consider.
Eh?
2 months ago, in my courtroom no less, you gave false testimony, did you not? And in relation to the trial today, not only did you unlawfully enter Winterbeck's pawnbrokery, you also attempted to abscond with Mr. McGilded's property, it seems.
Is that a crime if he's dead?
I never done nothing of the sort.
Of course not. It's not like you were gleefully wearing McGilded's coat in your cell yesterday or anything.
Oh. And just when I was getting excited about throwing a party for Ginny this evening.
Well, going to jail still.
And turning our attention to the defense.
Oh.
Determining that, when played together, the music box discs contained a message in Morse code was... Well, it was certainly a most unexpected revelation, Counsel.
This trial's over, I'm having a drink. Quite so, my lord. The prosecution was caught entirely off guard. In fact, I think we should applaud my learned friend's courage here today. I propose a toast.
What?
To demanding that government secrets be disseminated before the entire courtroom.
We can never win.
Very sorry about that. It was the only way that I could get Inspector Gregson to admit what he'd done, so... if I may say something on that point. Isn't that...
It's, about the sounds produced by the music box before? I do wonder if that was really Morse code at all.
What? What are you saying, madam?
Oh, well, it's just that I'm really rather fanatical when it comes to Morse code, you see? So much so that the whole world seems to be covered in dots and dashes to me, in fact.
Oh, geez, lady. You might need some help.
Yeah. Oh, goodness, madam. An unhealthy level of obsession one feels. But I must say that, in my opinion, the sounds produced by those two discs were nothing more than that. A meaningless series of two different tones.
What? What? Can that really be? It wasn't Morse code after all? My lord, the defense would still like to listen to the music box again, you know, before the whole courtroom with all the secrets and stuff.
Yeah. Are you off your nut? How many times do I have to tell you? Those discs contain ministerial secrets, sunshine.
Bro, we won. We're done.
This courtroom is not an appropriate forum to discuss the nature of the government communications. We know McGill did conspire to trade national secrets with our enemies, secrets acquired from Mr. Graydon. Now that the man has admitted to his crimes, we have no need to pursue the matter further.
Hey, Magpie.
Magpie.
But it's really going to bother me.
I
Ryunosuke.
The government secret.
Is the epilogue coming? It's going.
We just started. Miss Lestrade.
Yeah, my lord.
That which you have seen today here in this courtroom has been extremely disturbing.
Falsified evidence, intimidation, perjury, a grim catalogue of depravity.
You've missed basically nothing.
An appalling experience to befall any child.
Come on, it ain't nothing I don't see most days in the back slums.
I beg your pardon?
If you eat, you pay for it. That's just how life goes.
Gina.
But look, I reckon I've worked something out today. The world ain't fair, but if you want it to change, you gotta start at home. You gotta change how you are yourself. Oh!
Wow. This edible ain't shit. Yeah.
Well, that's a very laudable lesson, I would say. I eagerly look forward to the born-again Miss Lestrade never gracing my courtroom with her presence again. Now, with regard to the murder of Mr. Pop Winterbank, proprietor of a pawnbrokery business on Baker Street, I hereby declare the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Bah.
Ah!
Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, here come the fireworks.
Fireworks!
Who let her have this?
So cute. Oh, it became a firework launcher.
Oh my god.
That was a nice little touch. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Court is adjourned. Get out. I don't want to see any of you ever again.
There's a lot of smoke from the fireworks in here. We gotta clear out. Hello?
Just sitting here.
Don't throw your wine bottle. Or your chalice.
On a personal note, I must say you've surprised me, my far eastern friend.
Oh.
Despite being a Nipponese, you saw through the pretense to the malice that festered within that Englishman. And at the same time, saw through the grime to the surprising heart of your English client. You have a curious talent for judging character, especially considering our very different cultures.
I don't think there's anything curious about it. Whether we're from the Empire of Great Britain or the Empire of Japan, we're all human beings. We're not so very different on the inside.
I see. Deleting racism.exe. You know, I took this case for one very simple reason.
Oh.
To lock swords with you once
Ooh!
again, here in the courtroom.
Ooh!
You did?
Ooh!
When I encountered you for the first time 2 months ago, it reminded me of toasting friendship and trust with another Nipponese, only to find my trust betrayed.
Oh, we called it.
Through you, I had hoped to look into the eyes of the man I once knew and try to understand.
This man got his Kokoro Brokoro.
Bro, what the fuck is going on?
He wants to lock swords with someone again.
You mentioned something similar earlier today about total betrayal at the hands of the Japanese. He's literally that one JoJo's Bizarre Adventure scene where he's like, I will never forgive the Japanese! What happened exactly?
Wait, what happened, buddy? Who broke your heart?
Well, you may ask. And one day, when the time comes, you will learn the answer, whether you like it or not.
Alright. I guess we'll never know.
Alright, then I'll wait for that day, if I must. Backstory justified racism. I mean, it's at this point, it's just, he's racism because historically he's racism, you know? We're at that point in history, everybody's definitely a lot of racist.
Coming to be known as the Reaper of the Bailey, and my retirement from service 5 years ago, it gives me cause to wonder if our meeting has some deeper purpose.
You'd like that ring. Oh.
Nobody's even in here still.
So, farewell, my learned Nipponese fellow, until we meet again.
So
Bro,
we don't
that's the
even
most-
learn about...
That's the most ominous shit you could ever say. She's like,
Until we meet again.
Guess we'll just leave it at that for the next game.
yeah, I guess so.
17th April, 5:24 p.m., the Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber.
Who's Von Zieg's getting murdered for the next trial?
Yeah, you know we're gonna end up defending him, right?
That's right, exactly. That's just how these things go, you know?
Yeah.
It's done. It's over at last. Oh, Jesus. It'd be more threatening if he didn't crack glasses on the regular. I feel like if someone cracks glasses on the regular, it's still terrifying every time. But where's Iris disappeared to? Oh. Congratulations, Gina. I knew it all along. I knew that you were innocent. Sure, how are you not bleeding?
Well, you did what you said, Mr. Naruto. You believed in me. right up to the end. He has orders your name.
What's odd about it? I told you I had faith in you, didn't I?
No one ever has before, see? Kept a promise, I mean, properly.
That's awful.
I figured something out today. All me life, growing up in the slums, I've never trusted no one. But that's just 'cause I've been scared of being stabbed in the back. I mean, the more you trust someone, the more it hurts when they let you down.
Yes, I think I can understand that. After all, I had a taste of it in that trial 2 months ago. I chose to trust someone and paid for it. And that betrayal left a big scar. You know though, Gina, I worked something out quite recently too. Trusting in someone else is really an exercise in learning to trust yourself. And when your gut tells you it's the right thing to do, and your trust is rewarded, there's no better feeling in the world. I think I have you to thank for reminding me of that valuable lesson.
Oh, well, if you say so. Don't make a fat lot of sense to me, though.
I'm trying to say that putting my faith in you, Gina, has been a real pleasure.
For crying out loud, pack it in! But I suppose I sort of feel the same way. I mean, sometimes trusting someone else is, you know, alright.
Thanks.
This is the way I see it, Ryunosuke. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself.
After this experience, I'm starting to feel like I understand what you mean. Kazuma, am I living up to your expectations? Am I turning out to be the lawyer you believed I could be? Pardon the interruption.
But what the deuce does a man have to do to be noticed around here, my dear fellow?
That voice!
You're the one in disguise, okay? It's too late for that voice. Now, Mr. Naruhodo.
This
Exactly,
other bailiff is like,
guy.
what the fuck?
The other guy's like, hey, wait a minute. I've been standing here patiently in the corner of the room for an eternity. Yes, it was me all along. I would have said when you finally noticed me. Ah, but you people, with your incessant babbling. Ah, Mr. Sholmes.
But we've been working together for years.
Yes, it was me all along. You see? Yeah, are you on the mend or like what?
I'd assumed you'd been taken back to the hospital, to be honest.
Exactly. Indeed I was, but I managed to escape again.
Oh.
I happen to be aware of one or two foibles of the doctor who was tending to me. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily issued me with a leave of absence. Okay, but did the scalpel though?
How very above board. Hey, did you ever figure out that scalpel thing?
But enough of my adventures. That was a fine victory, Mr. Naruhodo. Your tireless efforts justly rewarded, I feel. Congratulations are in order. As a close friend, I tip my hat at you.
Oh, thank you.
Some great detective you are. Great at being cold as ice, maybe.
Have I irked you in some way, Miss Lestrade?
Why, you've been having a snooze in your nice soft bed. Some of us have been fighting for our lives.
Oh, well, that bullet did cause me to lose a substantial amount of blood, it's true. So I have indeed been feeling somewhat cold. Not perhaps as cold as ice, but, well, have a feel.
Could you take your hands off my neck, please, Mr. Sholmes?
Oh my.
Feel how cold my hands are! Ah!
And in some way, I suppose, congratulations are in order for you too, Miss Lestrade.
What's that supposed to mean? Why so half-hearted?
Well, naturally, it isn't my intention to alarm you, but... an acquittal in a trial with that particular prosecutor is perhaps a little... precarious?
Well done, Mr. Sholmes. Not alarming in the slightest.
Oh, the Reaper, you mean? Cause anyone who's found not guilty in a trial he was working on winds up dead anyway. Is that it?
The very point I was trying to make. As exemplified by the fate of Mr. McGill did, in fact. Ah, but of course, I pay no attention to such irrational drivel myself.
Unhand me before I send you back to the hospital. Yeah, Ryunosuke's a nice guy.
Yeah, well, it don't bother me.
Oh, really?
Of course not. The way I see it, the Reaper's a bit like him upstairs.
Him upstairs? You mean, like God?
Yeah, him upstairs knows what's what, right? He knows what people are like on the inside. He won't have got the wrong end of the stick. There's some coves like that bog trotter what are rotten to the core. At the end of the day, him upstairs makes sure they get what they deserve.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it. Am I gonna have to make a trial before God? Oh, God. Divine justice is one thing, though. The Reaper taking matters into his own hands and claiming lives is another. I mean, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But also he could be.
Well, I ain't like the McGildids of this world, so I ain't scared. I got principles, see?
A trait in you which is to be admired, Miss Lestrade.
Oi, just give it a rest, alright?
As I was saying, congratulations are in order. The news of your acquittal was very welcome news to me indeed. Let me express my heartfelt congratulations, Gina.
Well, There you are, Hurley! How long have you been here?
Whoa.
Woo! Honestly, I went to the main entrance especially to meet you there.
Oh, Iris, my dear, I do apologize. But wait until I tell you what happened. This pair made utter fools of themselves.
What happened?
As you know, I have a penchant for disguise. I was hiding in this room dressed as a bailiff. But these dolts didn't notice my presence at all. They had no idea. Can you imagine, Iris? Would you credit it?
I'm not sure, really.
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry, Hurley, but you just don't have the weighty presence you seem to think you have. In fact, you really ought to be careful about that. It's going to land you in trouble one day.
Wow.
Hey, she just, like, seared him. I'll be careful.
Okay, Mom. Ouch.
Anyway, it's such a shame. I was so hoping to throw a party for Ginny tonight. But you won't be able to come, will you? Don't look like I'm going to be going nowhere for a while. You had the judge's patter. I got stuff to make amends for, apparently. All them offenses.
Apparently, I broke the law or something.
Can you believe it?
What was it again? Breaking and entering, taking the box truck stuff, what was in log, blah blah blah.
Yes, I think you'll find that basically being a pickpocket is the main offense.
But diving ain't an offense. It's a job, ain't it?
I don't think so.
Still, it has got me thinking, all this. Maybe I should start looking for another line of work.
Maybe I should get a job.
I mean, you didn't start off as a lawyer, did you, Odo?
Well, no, but I was never a pickpocket.
Well, anyway, I reckon I could make a change. I'm gonna do something for all of them look like me from the slums. Something that makes a difference for them. That's a wonderful idea, Ginny. And I'm sure you can do it. What is it? Oh!
She crying.
Nothing.
Miss Gina Lestrade. The prison carriage has arrived, ma'am. Come with me to the rear gate at once.
Right. Well, looks like I'm off then.
Yes. Goodbye, Gina. And good luck.
Odo?
Yes?
Oh dear, here we go. Here we go.
Ah! What was that for?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say, so just launch a smoke grenade. Ah, indeed.
I've never expressed gratitude to another human being before. Have this smoke bomb instead.
Perhaps the situation calls for a phrase hitherto missing from your vocabulary, Miss Lestrade. Hey? On occasions such as these.
You love hearing my screams 3 seconds before stream? Yeah.
I would recommend a simple thank you. Oh.
Oh, yes! It's good advice, Ginny.
Right. I see. Well.
Th- Thanks, Odo.
Ah!
Oh.
Thank you for everything what you've done, for believing in me.
Not at all. In fact, that should be my line. Thank you, Gina. Cute.
So cute.
So cute. Well, there she goes. I wonder if I'll ever see her again.
Well, well. Quite the indomitable pig purse.
Oh, I nearly forgot. I bought a paper outside. It's a special edition, and this trial is all over the front page. Pickpockets' innocence proven. Isn't it wonderful?
You should have shown it to Gina, Iris. She'd have been thrilled.
Oh no! How silly of me. Ah, but anyway, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Not again.
Well, what do you say, Renu? Hurley?
As usual, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first.
Absolutely not. I have no intention of listening to anything but good news.
And there you have it. How people answer that question says a lot about them, doesn't it?
Let's not go there.
All right then. Maybe let's start with the good news this time. The rain has finally stopped. It was a record level rainfall, apparently.
Wow.
Well, that is good news indeed. We can journey back in greater comfort.
All right then. What's the bad news?
The huge storm has left the seas very choppy.
Uh-oh.
The channel in particular is awful, so sailings out of Dover have been delayed by a day or more.
Oh?
Wait, Dover?
That's right. If we head to the station immediately, we may still make it in time to wave Susie off.
Oh.
Wow. But there won't be a train, surely. We couldn't be that lucky.
Who do you think I am, Mr. Naruhodo?
I am a train! Mr. Chomps?
I went to Victoria Station earlier and made arrangements for a special express.
My guy, you were out and about after having been in surgery.
Not on earth, dude. If we hurry now, we shall make it. We shall be there in time for dinner. Transforms like like an Autobot.
Yep.
And I know of a fine restaurant that serves the most delicious baked sole.
I don't... The great detective does it again! How do you even do all
Indeed
this
he does.
stuff?
I happen to be aware of a number of the rail transport director's foibles. Oh.
What?
I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily laid on the locomotive. Elementary.
I like how Herlock Sholmes is just like London's greatest blackmailer.
Essentially.
Just an idea, but it might be wise to stop manipulating people that way.
What are we waiting for then? To London, Victoria.
What do you think he has on the judge? That's a very good question. He's keeping the secret that the judge is actually Santa Claus. 18th April, 5:32 a.m., Port of Dover, Quayside.
That took somewhat longer than I had anticipated.
Susie's boat must be about to leave now.
Miss Susato, where are you? Right there. Oh, over there, look! Looks like she's reading something. Mr. Sato, wait! What are you doing?
Ah!
Mr. Naruhodo? What are you doing here?
We came as soon as we could after the trial. I mean, we heard that sailings were being delayed due to the bad weather, you see.
Oh, I see. Then tell me, how did Gina's trial go?
It went well. She was acquitted of that. Of the murder.
That's wonderful. Really wonderful news.
The book you were about to throw into the sea. It was your encyclopedia of British law, wasn't it?
She was ready to chuck that thing.
She was really going for it.
Oh dear. I was hoping you hadn't seen that.
I was ready for her to just throw it at us.
I'm not worthy of practicing law in any way now. So, I was saying my final farewell.
You were saying goodbye to law. You, Susato-san? You know more about the law than I do. A lawyer!
Would I be correct in assuming it's because of the people, Miss Susato?
Yeah, she was gonna punch a hole in the hull of the ship.
I deliberately altered the scene of a crime, and then I tried to hide the fact. What I did is utterly unforgivable. That reminds me. How did you even come to have this, Susie? On the evening of the incident, Mr. Sholmes had invited Gina to dinner, if you remember. Oh yes, we had a wonderful time. Well, Gina gave us a little introductory lesson, didn't she? To the art of pickpocketing, I mean.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Susato, this is you are you learned too quickly.
Oh, that was so much fun! I stole Runo's armband!
Yes, please don't do that again, Iris. That band's very important to me.
Well, if it's so important, you should pay more attention to it. You didn't notice for ages.
I have it on me right now. Wait, what the?
On a whim, I thought it would be fun to see if I could take the cat flapomat, so I put it up my sleeve.
Wow.
Really? And then I rather forgot about it, until I found myself in Mr. Winbank's shop with it later that night.
I see.
And then... Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right.
After Mr. Naruhodo had left the shop, I started to think. That door started to play on my mind.
The storeroom door, you mean?
Yes, if Gina was anywhere in the shop, I realized it could only be behind that door. And at that moment, the little device that I had up my sleeve sprang to mind. I was so worried about Gina. I simply had to know.
So, you used the cat flapomat to make the peephole in the door.
As captured in a photographic print of the shop. By one of Hurley's red-handed recorders.
Indeed, it was of the first importance, that point. Precisely when the peephole was made, that information would prove to be Mr. Naruhodo's greatest weapon. Though naturally without proof, it would have amounted to nothing.
But when I looked through the hole in the door, The sight that met my eyes made my blood run cold. Thoughts started to run through my mind. I remembered that trial 2 months earlier.
The trial of Magnus McGilded.
I thought about how he had manipulated the evidence and arranged false testimony to secure his freedom. It made the British justice system feel very dark and sinister to me.
I mean, there's a lot wrong with Britain right now.
And then a terrible thought occurred to me. What if? What if some wicked criminal was planning to do the same thing now? Because from the appearance of the crime scene, it looked exactly as though Gina had shot Mr. Windibank. Even though I was sure she would never have done such a thing.
You were worried that the true culprit would try to frame her for the crime.
That's right. But then I realized... it would be very difficult for anyone to give false testimony in this case.
What do you mean?
Well, the crime appeared to have happened behind the door of a locked room. For someone to claim falsely to have witnessed it, there would have to be a way to see beyond the door.
Oh.
For which a peephole would be the very thing.
Only the peephole I had made wasn't actually there until after the crime had been committed, of course. And the criminal would know that, so it wouldn't make any difference.
But the possibility of a rather ingenious trap was there, was it not?
A trap? Is that why she did it? No. Maybe?
So, is that why you kept it a secret, Susie? You never mentioned that you made the peephole to anyone, not even to the police. I know, and I knew at the time what I was doing was wrong. A criminal offense, even. That's why I decided to confide in Mr. Sholmes. If Mr. Naruto was completely backed into a corner, with no other possible means of escape, the truth about the peephole could save him. That was my plan.
Oh my god. She really played the long game with that.
Yeah, that was some 4D chess plays.
Jesus Christ. She really does think of everything. But then, why didn't you just tell me everything before the trial began?
My dear fellow, you're not thinking straight. If she had done that, it would have rendered you complicit in the whole escapade.
Ah,
You could have been disbarred if you had been seen to have knowingly tampered with a crime scene. So Miss Susato decided to shoulder the burden of responsibility alone. For your sake, and Miss Lestrade's.
Miss Susato.
The truth is, when it happened, I did it because I lost a little of my faith in the law.
Damn. Susato's just like, I took matters into my own hands. Punish Susato. Oh.
I was worried that the right person wouldn't be convicted of the crime. But the moment I allowed myself to think that is the moment I lost my right to call myself a judicial assistant.
What you did isn't comparable to what he did. Graydon is the one who lied in the witness stand, using that peephole as a way to implicate Gina. I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
Besides, if the peephole inconsistency hadn't existed, I'm not at all sure that she would have been acquitted in the end. Miss Susato, what you did saved Gina's life.
Well, with your kind words, Mr. Naruhodo, you saved me too from my regrets.
Even when she lost faith in law, she's still arguably a better lawyer than Inosuke. That's true. Sorry about 20th century sexism, Susato.
Well, we must all be thankful that Miss Lestrande's freedom has been assured.
Yes, exactly. Although some of the loose ends in that trial will continue to play on my mind, I'm sure.
But the revelation that the music box disc contained secret messages, Mr. Naruhodo. What a triumph to work that out. I'm
He's like,
full
"Yeah."
of admiration.
Yeah, but I never figured out what the messages were. So it's,
I
I'm gonna
wanted to
think
hear
about that
them.
forever. I wanted to hear secret government messages.
Yeah, we want to play it in the courtroom.
Well, actually, that argument wasn't quite as compelling as I thought it was.
Oh, it wasn't?
There was a communications officer among the jury members, you see, a telegraph operator. And she said that the majority of the sounds on the disc were just meaningless tones.
As one would expect. After all, we are talking about secret government communications.
I mean, yeah, if it was just in Morse code, that seems like it would be very insecure.
No doubt they were written in cipher to avoid being readily understood should they have been intercepted.
Yep, there you go. In cipher? I see. So then, we could never have hoped to understand the message anyway.
Nonsense, my dear fellow! It's quite a zero-pipe problem, I assure you. A. Asogi?
What? Bro, what?
Well, that can't be a real word, can it? How funny.
What?
Hey, Did he make a cast of the music box? That's a good question.
Wait. Iris, what did you just say? Oh, I just said asogi. Does that word mean something to you?
Means something. Asogi was the name of my best friend.
What? But how? How do you know that name, Iris? I wrote it down during the trial before, when the message was playing on the music box.
Oh yeah, she's a genius. She transcribed it on the fly? She really is a genius.
I thought the message probably wouldn't be written out in plain Morse code, so I tried various ways to interpret it. But whatever I tried, the words just didn't seem to make any sense. That is, in English at least. Oh. It suddenly occurred to me, you see. There's more than one Morse code, not just the English variety. Various countries around the world have altered and added to Morse code to use it in their own languages.
I don't believe it. Are you saying...
That's right. I've only actually seen a chart of Japanese Morse code once before. But I think it's based on the Iroha pangram, isn't it?
You mean to say that in Japanese Morse code, the message says asogi?
Yes, I think so. Sorry, but I don't remember all of the Japanese Morse code. Iris, would you let me see that?
Miss Susato, do you know it? Do you know Japanese Morse code?
Yes, I spent some time studying it.
Goddamn, lady.
Well, because I'm quite sure Morse code will become ever more important for international communications. This woman's gonna rule the world.
Honestly.
Then might I recommend, my dear madam, that you focus your efforts on the English version.
Hush, later.
Be that as it may, Iris, show me the message, please. Of course.
So yeah, Susato and Mikotoba bawling out of control as usual.
But what can this possibly mean?
Whatever's in that long sequence of supposedly meaningless dots and dashes, it's made the color drain from Susato-san's face.
There's no doubt that this message is written in Japanese Morse code.
So the British Empire has been using Japanese for its secret communications?
I don't understand why, but the message appears to be a list of 4 people's names.
Oh, whoa. 4 names?
The first is Kei Asogi.
Kazuma Asogi. Why? Why was his name on that disc?
The second is A Shin.
Shin. I don't recognize that name.
The third is T Guregu-san.
Guregu-san!
Guregu-san!
Gregson?
Ah, it would seem Tobias Gregson is the 3rd man on the list.
And what's his name doing on his secret government communication as well?
Right?
And the last name.
Oh boy, what's on the last one?
Mhm.
What's the matter, Miss Susato?
It's just so strange. So unexpected. Oh, what is it, Susie? Don't keep us in suspense. The last name is J. Wilson.
Oh, baby!
What?
Wilson?
You're H. Wilson. You mean Daddy? It only says J. Wilson, so I'm afraid I can't be sure. Then, after the 4 names, it reads, if I translate from Japanese, that is all 4. And that's the end of the message. Or rather, the end of what you noted down, Iris.
I just can't believe it. Who would ever have thought those discs contain Japanese Morse code? Not to mention a strange list of some disturbingly familiar names.
It would appear that this particular message is a communication of some kind between Great Britain and the Empire of Japan.
So, Daddy could be in Japan then! Where Susie and Reno come from?
Here we go. He's gonna learn sometime.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh boy! Ooh! Ha 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 ha!
Oh! Well... No, it's not very likely, really, is it? I mean, there are thousands of people with the surname Wilson, and there must be a lot of J's among them.
Sure.
Professor John H. Wilson, visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yume University. But we can't tell Iris about that now. We just can't. This is so strange. Somehow, in solving the case of Mr. Windibank's murder today, I feel like I've rolled back a boulder at the mouth of a very dark cave.
I do wonder if perhaps it's a dark cave that we shouldn't go wandering inside.
Maybe.
dear. The ship is going to set sail soon.
You missed the part of the game that gives the context of this. Oh, so the first case, the victim is one John H. Wilson, and you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, get accused of murdering him, and that's the first trial.
And we know that it's Iris's father.
Yeah.
By this point.
Yeah.
There's like no doubt in our minds, but we don't have the heart to tell her, so we just
because
are
she's
holding
like
on to that information. Yeah.
Like, she's just like, yeah, my daddy's traveling the world, and we're like, yes, it seems so.
I'll set sail on that steamship first to the port of Dunkirk in France. We'll change into a larger passenger vessel bound for Japan.
Nice.
You're really going then, Susie?
We wish you a safe passage, Miss Susato.
Thank you so much. I wish all of you the very best.
Miss Susato, I had hoped to have you always at my side to guide me and support me.
Mr. Naruto.
Please, come back soon. As far as I'm concerned, you really are the very best judicial assistant in the world. You're the only real lawyer here.
All right. You put everyone else to shame.
I'm quite sure. I'll be back before you know it. Really, Susie? Oh, now, don't forget, Iris. I made you a promise I've yet to fulfill. A promise? About your manuscript. Ah.
Oh, yes. The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Well, I'll be waiting for you then, Susie. A promise is a promise. Definitely, Iris. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
do you remember the first time we met?
Yes, of course. On the SS Buria, I was dragged out from that wardrobe, still half asleep. If I remember rightly, you threw me halfway across the cabin with a Susato takedown.
Let's not talk quibble about.
You know very well that I'm talking about after that.
Oh, well, I only remember the takedown. Everything after that is a bit of a blur.
It's a blur.
It's strange, but being thrown together as we were in that case, I somehow felt straight away that you were the perfect person to continue Kazuma-sama's great legacy.
Miss Susato.
And my instincts were right. I really want to believe. No, I'm sure that. I'll be back soon. Farewell until then.
これでなるほど龍之介最初の冒険の物語はおしまいだ
Wow, voice acting.
Aww.
思えば不思議な運命に導かれてここまで来たような気がする僕は弁護士になって異国の町で名探偵と出会ったこれからもきっとさまざまな困難が僕を待ち受けているのだろうでもどんな危機だって大逆転できるそんな気がする
Got his violin.
I'm glad he got his Stradivarius back.
僕には世界最高の仲間がいるのだから。
Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, Mr. Sholmes?
I have some rather awkward news. The railway company has decided to sue over the special express train, apparently.
Huh?
It caused such a commotion on the line. All the other trains had to wait at stations.
I hope Gregson will be okay.
Yeah. It seemed, yep.
But really, we would never have made it to Dover in time otherwise. Anyway, I explained everything and how it was all your fault.
Oh, good. Thanks, buddy. Huh? 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 Huh?
I believe a formal complaint should be delivered to your office tomorrow. But not to worry, my dear fellow. According to Mr. Sato,
You love defending yourself in court.
Oh, no. Who said that? Huh? Huh? Huh?
It's all right. I'm perfectly happy to testify. He really didn't look like the sort of man who'd do something so outrageous. See?
Mr. Sholmes?
yes?
A word, if you don't mind.
Why, certainly. Any word you like. Bellow it out, my dear fellow.
Ahem.
Oh yes, I love Runo's words, and I know and I know just the one he'll use here.
All right, then I really must say.
Ah, big credits.
But credits. Ba-ba-ba. Running.
In the following weeks, hundreds of something was afoot. Though it transpired, I had ordered them all myself. So I advertised them for sale with used by Mr. Sholmes to solve an important case. And the money I've earned, consulting detective work pays a pittance by comparison.
Ah, I haven't slept a wink. This manuscript is due tomorrow now. When I'm this busy, Hurley usually cooks me breakfast. Well, cooks is an overstatement. For some dry toast and insipid coffee. I do miss Susie and her lovely Japanese breakfasts.
Oh, he ordered tons of music boxes? That's right.
Yeah. Witness, your testimony is riddled with contradictions.
Exactly. Barely do Koban coins hide under rare stakes themselves.
Well,
that
I
was
done, dear. Witnesses, my courtroom is no place for your petty arguments.
This goes so fast. Having delivered the Russian dancer to shore in Shanghai, I laid low on the steamship for a while. But last night, I apprehended an extremely suspicious Japanese national on board. I've done nothing wrong! All I did was give Wagahai's offspring refuge in my pocket! A man brings some kittens on board and suddenly he's a hardened criminal? It's not fair!
Aww.
Scientific investigation will be the gold standard for policing in the new age. I dream of a world governed by the tenets of order and discipline, like a great clock, in fact, whose hundreds of parts mesh together in perfect unison. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have but 2 minutes and 37 seconds until my next appointment.
Latest Rant's magazine is out, and I'm in it again. Whenever I say that one line she wrote now, I get a standing ovation. Want to hear it? Not bad, I suppose, for an amateur. Look. Her ladyship puts me to shame.
Oh, Gregson, at least you still have your job.
To him. No.
Been visiting the old girl on a daily basis, of course. Showing you my old jailbird. Must say, those ballet stairs every day has done wonders for the dicky peg. Managing rather well with the housework, too. Got this maid business taped up, I'd say. Hope the gossiping neighbors don't realize the man of the house is his own maid.
You should do some chores around your own goddamn house.
My Rolly is back on the beat again. All thanks to the Reaper.
There's nothing I enjoy more these days than hunting out small change in the gutter. I'm a better Bobby now, looking out for Londoners. With dropped halfpennies and my lovely wife. Oh,
Oh, Rolly.
I couldn't remember their names. I couldn't remember which one was which.
Oh no! Looks like I'm gonna be doing time for a bit now. But Iris comes every day for a natter, so it ain't too boring. She's always going on about all them cases what Chomes is looking into. Criminal investigations are kinda interesting when you get into them.
She's gonna be Inspector Lestrade, dude. I'm so excited.
True.
I hope that doesn't mean something bad will happen to Gregson.
Yes, I renounced my upbringing and chose a life of sophisticated crime. But regrets? Please.
Oh!
Give over, bruv. That ain't the Ash we used to know.
We got time I need to plan a comeback on Milverton and Skulkin's milk run, right?
The three musky Watsits. Milk in the neighborhood for all it's worth.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
This past 6 months has been a time I shall remember forevermore. Painful goodbyes and wonderful encounters. I've come to realize that's what life is all about. Naruhodo-san, I promise. Your assistant will return to you one day. But for now, I leave you with many memories and a heartfelt wish that life will treat you well.
Oh.
So cute! No! So cute! Oh! Waga High too! I love them!
Car.
Oh!
Bro, look at this Ghibli ass ending. Wow, he's cute.
So cute. Oh god, this evil lady. You know she's coming back in the next game.
Yeah, with a real ass swan on her head.
Yes. Aww.
The inspector's here again.
Of course he is. He was integral in both cases.
Oh, bro! He stops there! No!
That was ruthless.
Bro.
Game!
That was mean.
Look at Susato holding his sword. Oh.
Oh my god, yeah. I wish he had done the takedown. It'd be so good.
Now he's got the armband and the sword.
And you look at him. Yeah, that's right. You better put Miko Toba there. Bobby 1, Bobby 2.
One of them is Herlock.
Yeah, taken down in the frame. Yeah. There's Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Man.
Where's Van Zeeks? It's a good question. I'm sure he'll show up. Ah, he's coming with us.
Oh, so cute!
Bro, this case was fucking wild.
Yeah.
Dab on the haters. Oh, there he is. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's loading.
Naruto! Naruto!
Special thanks, Yasuyuki Makino. He's propping his leg up on the desk. Yeah. It's iconic. How many games in this series are there? There's 2. And from the looks of this game, oh, look at them, cute.
So cute!
From the looks of them, it looks like they.
Oh.
It looks like it was explicitly designed to be to have 2 games in it, because like, I'm sure we've all been feeling kind of the same thing, which was like this feels like the first like real case,
Yeah.
like the first like real full case. Wow, look at those boys.
Oh my gosh!
Look at them. Yeah. And there's so many loose ends still open.
Yeah,
So
they opened up too many things for us to just beat it.
but also 3 whole cases at the same time. I know, yeah. But there's still like a lot of loose ends that were not wrapped up, which, you know, hopefully the next game will do. So we're at a bit of a crossroads now. Because we could load up the next game, or we could just put it off to next week. And it might be nicer just to, like, you know, have a clean start next time, especially just because I have no idea how long the tutorial is gonna be.
Oh,
I don't know if they're gonna
guess
make
that's
us
a
go
fair
through
point.
another tutorial. I don't know if I can do that today. I don't know if I'm strong enough. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I think last time it'll just be an hour, obviously. Yeah, right. It'll just be like every other Ace Attorney game, and not like the great Ace Attorney games, which the first case lasted for like 3 days. Tutorial case lasts forever. Yeah. Across the stream days, make Renu make D&D tier lists. Yeah, exactly. We'll bleed over into tomorrow. I'm so sad we don't have D&D tier list tomorrow. So
Aww.
I will be out and about tomorrow. Probably I'll be like you know, shopping. I'm probably gonna go to Costco and stuff. I might try to do a stream later in the evening though. That would be nice. Dan is in Paris. Yeah, that's so we can't do the D&D stream because Dan is in Paris right
What
now.
a hacker.
I know. How dare he? How dare he
Yeah.
have fun out there?
Oh, absolutely outrageous.
Yeah. He just decided to take a trip to Paris because he can. Paris,
Paris,
France, Paris, Texas. God, is there a Paris, Texas?
I guess.
I hate that. No, thank you. Yeah. During a
You know,
personal
I might
pan
interrupt.
pizza. Dan is in Europe, which actually the case has been going back up in Europe, so it's kind of assumed France. That's true. Dan might have boarded a plane and flown 16 hours to get to Paris, Texas. Gets a baguette in Paris, Texas. This really just doesn't live up to the hype.
I don't understand.
But yeah, so I think if next week works for you, then we will start next week fresh,
Fresh, like a
Fresh.
French baguette from Paris.
like a French baguette, straight from the source, Paris, Texas.
Texas.
Texas threat. Texas pejorative. Maybe you'd be surprised at the souvenirs. I wonder what kind of souvenirs they have in Paris, Texas. Do random towns like have that thing that like places have where there's just like you know, the like I love New York t-shirts or whatever, like the little knickknacks? Because like there's a lot of random places in California that have like gift shops, and they're like, yeah, here you go, here's your commemorative Weed California memorabilia. Yeah, we have a place called Weed in Yolo County, I believe.
Why?
Which really
This
just
is a
tells you,
lot,
I think, all you need to
Bacon.
know about California.
This is a lot.
Yep. But yeah, do you think like Paris, Texas has like tchotchkes like that? That'd be
I mean,
funny.
if they want to make money off of tourism.
I think I bought a magnet once in Austria that was something to the effect of like it was like a sign that said like there's no kangaroos here.
I like that.
Yeah, it's very cursed. Here's my hot take. I'd love a tchotchke from Paris, Texas. Actually, I've decided.
If I ever go, I'll get you something.
Some tourist trap called the Eiffel Tower restaurant or something.
Right.
Yeah, it's probably true. There's probably some like very, very cheesy nods. They're like, we know it's Paris.
Yes.
It's like but the taxis.
Yeah.
Like
It's unavoidable, really.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for coming. I know it was a short one, but it's always a delight to do some aces of attorneys. And
The ace that attorney. And look at the title screen's all different and
yeah,
cute.
here I'll switch back to it so you can see. Yeah, I love. I've noticed that the title screen has been changing pretty consistently depending on what case we're on, and that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah. Ace attorney. Ace. Aces attorney. Okay. All right. Well, goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining.